Hypnotic selling. Selling, using hypnosis techniques, one of the best kept secrets. The best salespeople know how to use certain forms of hypnosis in order to captivate and hold attention, establish a relationship of trust, gain deep respect, create unforgettable impressions, and close more sales. Sales champions have one thing in common. Studies show that they master and use almost exclusively this extraordinary form of human communication. Hypnosis, really, for some, it evokes the image of a salesperson putting the client to sleep. Until their eyes glaze over, they grab a pen and sign the order form along with the check. No, it doesn't happen like that. Selling with hypnosis techniques is normal. The salesperson and the client behave in a completely normal way, or at least perceived as such. In any case, nothing to do with what one imagines of a classic hypnosis session. A rare and valuable training. It is one of the few occasions where you are shown how exceptional salespeople achieve results that average salespeople would consider impossible to reach. You will no doubt be surprised to discover that several key elements of hypnotic language are found naturally in our daily life. Communicated in a hypnotic manner, your message has a much greater chance of bypassing and even overcoming your client's conscious defenses. It all begins with suggestion. It is the cornerstone on which all hypnotic sales techniques are built. Verbal suggestion and others, that is what gives you the power to influence the client's way of perceiving. You earn your living in proportion to your powers of verbal suggestion. Ultimately, the client ends up with this feeling: it was my idea to buy this. No one sold me anything, I bought it. Many clients look for what is different about the salespeople who approach them. They avoid buying, telling themselves, mostly unconsciously, the salesperson is different from me. They are trying to sell me something. On the other hand, when the salesperson is perceived as similar to the client by mirroring their body language and movements, and even verbally, at a subliminal level not consciously perceived, the client trusts them much more and has no reason to resist. One form of suggestion is the intraverbal form, which comes from vocal tones and inflections. These special tones and vocal inflections give the word additional power. If the salesperson just utters the words, there would be little or no effect on the client. It is intraverbal suggestion that gives them all their power. The inflections of your voice can actually create a feeling of well-being in the person hearing your suggestion. The tones that accompany a word can change its impact and meaning. A word can convey completely opposite messages solely as a result of intraverbal factors. Hypnotic sales techniques include a whole arsenal of hypnosis tools that make your client not only find it difficult to resist you but also enter a state of desire to buy what you are selling. The complete training on hypnotic sales techniques reveals a set of secrets that give you an unmatched advantage to sell more and earn more, free from the stress and anxiety of uncertainty. Once in front of the client, you know the sale is highly likely to close. Here are a few more snippets from the content of this training. When you are in front of the client, you subtly and without exaggeration mimic their gestures. This creates the mirroring effect. Unconsciously, they will see themselves in you and will no longer be able to refuse you anything. This mirroring effect can also be achieved when you imitate their tones. Even more, this mirroring effect can be achieved by using the same vocabulary that they use. The mirroring effect can also be achieved by imitating their gestures and postures, naturally, in a subtle and non-exaggerated way. A training that will certainly surprise you. Lots of other secrets. See you soon.